don't know. It ain't like I said. Your boxing get better by the hour. Okay. Soon you'll be undefeated.
Do whatever you want in the ring. And it's gonna be very hard to beat Shakur, with the skills that he possesses and the smarts that he has, and given the opportunity, I think he can pose a great threat.
All right, the buzz isn't hype anymore, people. It's a warning. Boxing experts are stunned, whispering that Shakur Stevenson is peaking at the most dangerous moment of his life as he sharpens himself for the massive Taoimo fight. In the gym, he looks unreal, a looming nightmare, colder, quicker, and violently more explosive than anything we've ever seen. Every movement screams intention. Now Taoimo Lopez, once crowned the comfortable favorite in this matchup, suddenly feels exposed, fragile, human. Stevenson's brutal transformation isn't just impressive, it's predatory, a clear signal that Lopez is being hunted from the opening bell. Brace yourselves, because this fight just flipped, snapped, and became terrifyingly real. Terence Crawford's praise hits differently, and trust me, when Bud Crawford talks, the room goes silent. His words cut straight to the truth. Shakur Stevenson isn't just training or checking boxes anymore, he's mutating in real time into something frighteningly efficient, a relentless boxing weapon. Picture a sponge, but sharpened into a blade, soaking up every lesson, every hidden detail, every microscopic mistake, then coldly converting it into a ruthless, fight-ending arsenal. For Taoimo Lopez, this is the worst possible reality unfolding. Stevenson's natural talent, razor-sharp mind, and terrifying adaptability have surged into a completely new dimension. Right now, anyone bold or foolish enough to share a ring with him won't just compete, they'll be forced to endure the full, undeniable impact of this chilling transformation.
Only thing he can do is a hook because you out the way of the right hand. He like a sponge. He soak up everything that he needs to soak up, put it into his arsenal, and then he make the best out of everything that he learned.
And Eddie Hearn's reaction says more than enough, it tells the whole story. He makes it clear that Shakur Stevenson isn't merely gifted by nature, he's a full-blown gym savage, a creature built for this craft. His dedication borders on madness, fusing a merciless work ethic with elite, unbreakable discipline that only a rare few fighters ever touch. Every punch he fires, every brutal drill he survives, every lung-burning lap he grinds through is being sharpened with obsessive precision. Watching him train feels unreal, almost unsettling, a raw display of power, focus, and commitment colliding at once. So what does this spell for Teofimo Lopez? He isn't just walking into a fight. He's stepping toward a man whose body, technique, and ferocity have shifted into a new, terrifying gear, where intensity isn't optional, and survival itself becomes the challenge.
One, he wants top sparring, but two, he gives his time as well, because he's a gym rat, he's a boxing lunatic.
Now, even with Shakur Stevenson walking into this showdown as the clear favorite, let's cut through the noise. Nothing about this fight is guaranteed. Elite voices across boxing still frame this as a razor-thin 50-50 collision, a clash where one mistake could flip everything. Yes, the betting lines lean hard towards Stevenson, and that only underlines his frightening consistency and sustained dominance inside the ring. But never overlook Teofimo Lopez, a live danger, a volatile threat carrying true fight-ending power in both hands. Still, Stevenson's obsessive preparation, his iron discipline, and the dangerous momentum he's riding right now make him, undeniably, the man to chase. Buckle up, because every single round promises chaos, tension, and violence, and make no mistake, this war could swing either direction right down to the final seconds.
I wouldn't count Teofimo out. To me, it's more of a closer 50-50 fight than what is going to probably be the betting odds, where I think Shakur is going to be the favorite.
Derek Chisora, a man forged by brutal wars and endless rounds, doesn't hesitate when he breaks it down. Stevenson's real weapon is his terrifying, next-level conditioning. This isn't normal fitness. This is weaponized endurance, designed to slowly, methodically drain the soul out of opponents, turning the early rounds into a calculated snare before total control takes over by the middle frames. Think about it carefully. By round 6, what you're witnessing feels disturbingly like round 10, because his pace never dips and his stamina feels inhuman, almost cruel. Fighters don't just tire against him, they unravel. So what does this spell for Taoimo Lopez won't just need skill, he'll need perfect timing, flawless execution, and zero mistakes just to stay afloat against Stevenson's grinding conditioning and suffocating, non-stop pressure. This isn't just a fight, it's a physical test built to break men.
Also one of the nicest, most simple guys in the respect of his life. He's just 1,000,000%.
Ben Whitaker, armed with that razor-sharp analytical vision, slices straight to the truth. Teofimo Lopez undeniably brings explosive power, awkward angles that disrupt rhythm, and a dangerous streak of unpredictability into the ring. He's chaos wrapped in confidence. But here's the critical flip of the script. Shakur Stevenson doesn't just fight in the ring, he owns it, controlling space with eerie, almost unnatural intelligence. He can freeze the tempo, stretch or shrink distance at will like a chess grandmaster, then force his rhythm onto anyone standing across from him. So yes, Lopez is a real, legitimate threat, no question. But Stevenson's surgical timing, elite adaptability, and deceptively deep skill set tilt the scales heavily in his favor. Fans, brace yourselves, because what's coming isn't just a fight, it's a cold, calculated masterclass in precision and strategic brilliance unfolding in real time.
Teofimo, he's funny, he's got character, but he's a great fighter, he's very athletic, he comes from awkward angles, and I do like his style, but I study boxing, I watch boxing, I do like Shakur's style. The way he breaks his opponents down, he slows it down to his pace, he's got good distance. If you gotta pick someone.
Chupel Sanchez sharply underlines Stevenson's undeniable brilliance when it comes to hijacking the entire flow of a fight. He makes domination look effortless, but beneath that calm surface is ruthless tactical genius at work. If Stevenson successfully keeps Teofimo locked at his preferred distance, that razor-thin range where he thrives, he doesn't just win exchanges, he suffocates them. Lopez, meanwhile, is infamous for luring opponents forward, baiting mistakes, and detonating vicious counter-punches. But here's the dangerous twist. This time, he absolutely must abandon that comfort zone and force the action himself if he hopes to survive. Stevenson's tactical advantage, his iron discipline, and his unmatched ability to dictate tempo turn him into a living nightmare for anyone across the ring. This isn't simply boxing anymore. This is a high-stakes chess war, where every step, every feint, every micro-decision carries brutal consequences.
Great talent, and Teofimo looked great his last fight. Of course, he didn't have Shakur in front of him. But I think that for Shakur, he has to keep the fight at his distance. If he does that, I think it's a win for him. Teofimo, he's more, he wants to draw you in, he wants to counter punch. He's going to have to be a different guy this time. He's going to have to attack. He's going to have to be.
Eddie Hearn once again nails a brutal truth that can't be ignored. Stevenson's terrifying blend of defensive brilliance and sudden, fight-changing power makes him uniquely lethal. This isn't simply solid defense paired with heavy shots. It's a deadly fusion engineered to break opponents mentally and physically. His ring IQ operates at an elite tier, comparable to the very sharpest minds the sport has ever produced. What makes it truly unsettling is his seamless ability to snap from airtight defense into scorching offense without warning, creating non-stop uncertainty and danger. For Teofimo, this becomes a deeply complex problem. He's not just facing a talented fighter, but a multidimensional force capable of adapting instantly, exploiting errors with ruthless precision, and asserting total control both tactically and physically. There are no safe moments, no comfortable phases, only constant pressure from every angle. This isn't a simple matchup, it's a full-package nightmare designed to leave opponents guessing, reacting, and ultimately overwhelmed.
I don't know how good the fight will be, but I think Shakur is, again, like pound for pound, IQ-wise, I think he's even up there with a Terence and those kind of guys, you know. I think the difference with Boots is he's got the defensive mastercraft, and he also has the aggressive power to turn your lights out, and I think that...
Teddy Atlas, one of boxing's sharpest and most ruthless thinkers, drops a truth bomb that reframes everything. This fight won't be decided by raw power alone or simple hand speed. No, this is shaping up to be a surgical showcase of elite skill, layered strategy, and near-perfect execution. Stevenson and Lopez are both genuine technicians at the highest level, rare fighters who can instantly flip the entire narrative of a bout with one perfectly timed punch or a sudden, brilliant combination. Some casual fans may wonder if this matchup delivers traditional fireworks, but that misses the real danger entirely. The collision of their contrasting styles, their pinpoint precision, and their advanced ring intelligence is exactly what creates something special. This won't be sloppy chaos, it will be controlled violence. Fans aren't just watching a fight, they're witnessing a masterclass in ring command, immaculate timing, and tactical dominance that only two world-class operators, meeting at the absolute peak of their powers, can produce.
Well, I mean, style-wise, I can see you having a little reservations, whether or not these guys will make for dynamite, they will make, for electricity. I don't know if they will, but I tell you what they will make for. Two skillful fighters, two talented fighters, two fighters that are at a high skill level that will...
While Duke McKenzie may downplay Stevenson's brilliance, true boxing aficionados, the ones who live and breathe every subtlety of the sweet science, know the truth. Shakur's lethal mix of razor-sharp intelligence, flawless timing, and uncanny adaptability instantly separates him from nearly every fighter in his division. He commands distance with ease, recalibrates strategy in the blink of an eye, and exploits the tiniest opening with surgical, almost terrifying precision. McKenzie might not fully appreciate it yet, but Stevenson's relentless consistency and total dominance inside the ring speak louder than any commentary. This is a man who can outthink, outmaneuver, and systematically dismantle opponents at will. Teofimo Lopez is stepping into a challenge unlike anything he's encountered before, facing a fighter whose unmatched skill set grants him a strategic edge capable of controlling the fight from the very first bell to the final second, leaving no room for error, hesitation, or mercy.
I don't think he's world class. He's not really my cup of tea. I mean, I don't look at boxing probably the way you do, or most sort of fans do. I look at it from a...
Sean Porter, or perhaps Davis from the transcript, points out a fascinating undercurrent here. These two warriors share roots from their amateur days, layering this professional clash with tension, history, and an almost electric anticipation. The critical factor? Stevenson's extraordinary growth and singular focus have transformed him into a completely new threat, far removed from the version Lopez might remember. Every movement, every punch is calculated, adapted instantly, turning the ring into a living, breathing chessboard. Both men are ferociously hungry, battle-tested, and painfully aware of the stakes towering over them. This isn't just another bout, it's the apex of years of relentless training, simmering rivalry, and unrelenting ambition. Lopez will have to elevate his game beyond anything he's attempted before. Yet Stevenson's unmatched preparation, surgical intelligence, and tactical dominance could very well hand him the decisive edge in this titanic, high-stakes war for supremacy.
About this shit before it was actually official, and I'm like, Core, you know this nigga can fight, right? Core like, nah, bro, I know, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we all excited about the fight, bro. Like, we all know what's at stake. Like, we've been knowing Teofimo since we was 12 or 13 years old in amateurs, bro. Like, we all been winning nationals together. Now we're pro having to fight each other, so.
And then Turner puts it all into sharp, staggering perspective, revealing the true magnitude of this moment. Stevenson isn't just stepping into the ring, he's hunting greatness, gunning for the historic feat of becoming a 4-division world champion at the astonishingly young age of 28. The legends he's chasing, Roy Jones Jr., James Toney, Pernell Whitaker, Sugar Ray Leonard, Henry Armstrong, alone illustrate the colossal scale of the challenge and the elite company he aims to join. Lopez is undeniably dangerous, a legitimate threat, but Stevenson's relentless drive, razor-sharp precision, and continual evolution in the gym are forging him into a historic-level force. History will be watching, and fans should expect a performance that fuses unmatched skill, breathtaking athleticism, and strategic brilliance. January 31st could very well enshrine Stevenson among boxing's absolute elite, but only if he flawlessly executes his meticulously designed plan against a fierce, hungry, and supremely capable opponent.
Lopez, a guy that beat the man at 135, up at 140, but this guy to my right, when you talk about chasing greatness, 28 years of age and trying to become a 4-division world champion on January 31st. Look at the names in the history that have done it. Roy Jones Jr., Pernell Whitaker, Sugar Ray Leonard, Thomas Hearns, Juan Manuel Marquez. Greatness only gets appreciated over time. Let's acknowledge what we're about.
Timothy Bradley Jr., a former champion himself, hits the nail on the head when he warns, "This fight will certainly not be easy for Shakur Stevenson." And he's absolutely right. Teofimo Lopez is a raw powerhouse, blisteringly fast, explosively athletic, and inherently unpredictable, making him a legitimate, constant threat in any ring. But here's the game-changing edge: Stevenson's preparation has reached an entirely new level, blending elite footwork, flawless timing, and a strategic intelligence that few, if any, can rival. His almost supernatural ability to read opponents, control distance with complete mastery, and adapt instantly transforms him into far more than a physical fighter. He is a tactical nightmare, a puzzle that slowly, ruthlessly breaks challengers down. Every punch, subtle feint, and precise combination is calculated to dismantle Lopez piece by piece. Fans should brace for a masterclass in boxing, where Stevenson sets the rhythm, dictating every moment and forcing Lopez into reactive survival mode. This is not merely a fight, it's a high-stakes chess match of speed, skill, and raw athleticism. Stevenson, sharper, faster, and more complete than ever, is in full monster form, poised, relentless, and ready to dominate completely.
It's not gonna be an easy damn fight for Shakur Stevenson. Nope, it ain't gonna be an easy fight. Nope. After studying freaking Lopez yesterday, man, look, that athleticism that he got.
Rolly Romero's analysis cuts straight to the heart of what anyone watching Stevenson train has been witnessing firsthand. Shakur Stevenson is nothing short of extraordinary, armed with an elite boxing IQ and instincts so sharp they border on preternatural. He reads opponents before they even make a move, adjusting instantly and punishing every misstep with surgical, merciless precision. That lethal mix of intelligence, perfect timing, and explosive athleticism turns him into a living nightmare for Lopez, who will struggle to impose even a fraction of his aggressive style. Stevenson's ability to control the ring, dictate pace, and dominate every exchange is unmatched in boxing today. Every aspect of his preparation screams supremacy. From his monstrous conditioning to his meticulously crafted strategy, this fight promises pure spectacle. Yet it's Stevenson's calculated, intelligent, and unrelenting pressure that delivers the decisive edge. If he executes his plan flawlessly, Lopez will find himself endlessly chasing a phantom, with Stevenson commanding every round like a master orchestrating a brutal symphony of dominance.
Shakur is an incredible fighter. Shakur has a really high boxing IQ and Shakur coming out with it's gonna be a good fight. I like to see it.
Amir Khan, drawing on his own championship experience, highlights a crucial dynamic that cannot be overlooked. Teofimo Lopez is undeniably skilled, explosively powerful, and a supremely well-rounded boxer, fully capable of turning up the heat and detonating when the moment demands it. But here's the game changer. Shakur Stevenson is operating on an entirely different plane, displaying precision, ring IQ, and adaptability that make him nearly untouchable inside the squared circle. Lopez will be forced to dig deeper than ever, overhaul his usual approach, and aggressively manufacture openings just to stay competitive. What makes Stevenson truly terrifying is how he thrives under pressure, reading punches before they land, controlling distance with surgical execution, and exploiting the smallest mistakes with devastating accuracy. Every round promises to test speed, strategy, and mental fortitude to the absolute limit. Yet Stevenson's unparalleled preparation ensures he is ready for everything Lopez can throw at him. This will be a high-stakes stylistic war, no doubt, but Stevenson's monster-level conditioning, technical mastery, and cerebral tactical approach make him the fighter to beat. His sheer skill depth and meticulous preparation could overwhelm Lopez from the very first bell all the way to the final second.